So the real question with Power Rangers, was it good? Did we actually get a good Power Rangers movie? Check out my spoiler-free review. Welcome to Durbania, I'm Durbin, and this is my spoiler-free review for Power Rangers. And to answer the burning question on everybody's mind, yes! Surprisingly, this movie was good. Like all things, it has positives and negatives. Let's hit those positives first. The single most overwhelming positive that this movie has is the 5 actors playing the Power Rangers themselves. Each and every single one of them was just so good. Like, there was just something about them. It just draws you in. And part of it, I know, was how the script was written. I mean, it was written well. It was written like you got to know these characters. These characters grew. They developed. You watch them grow close together as this movie goes on. You see them learn how to be a team. And I don't mean it in that cheesy way, even though there was some cheesy stuff. But that's not the point. The point is, each of these characters was very likable. They played their parts so well, and for different reasons. Like, it reminded me a little bit of Lord of the Rings, where in Lord of the Rings, you have all these characters that you like. They have different personality traits. You like what they bring to the Fellowship. Like, you like those things that they contribute. And I felt the same thing watching this. I don't mean to compare Power Rangers to the Lord of the Rings, but you get my point. It's the idea of characters. You like each character. You have Jason, the leader. You have Billy, the smart one. You just really begin to like their personalities. You start to have fun with them. And then when they hurt, like, I was kind of hurting with them. And when they're having victorious moments, I was there. But you know what? I laughed so much in this movie, which is what was the most fun. Like, not that the movie was laughable, it just had great moments. It had great jokes. It had, I was just having fun, okay? There's moments I felt like I was just on a ride and I was just sincerely having fun. That is like the greatest, most overwhelming positive with this movie. I even liked Elizabeth Banks as Rita Repulsa. Were there moments where she was over the top? Yes, there were moments where she was over the top. Was she more over the top than Rita Repulsa from the TV show in the 90s? No, she was not that over the top. But there was moments where Rita herself was just creepy. And I wasn't expecting it, man. The moment we get introduced to her in the movie, the way we get introduced to her in the movie, it was creepy. And I wasn't expecting it to be that creepy. But she turned out to be a really cool character. And then as you bring in the Zords, as you bring in Morphin Time, as you bring in all of that stuff, was there cheesiness? Yes. Yes, there was cheesiness. But again, because you got so attached to these characters, at least for me personally, because I was so attached and invested in these characters, I was enjoying every bit of it. I was enjoying some of those nostalgic throwbacks they did to the 90s and just some of the lines and some of the jokes, some of the music. It was great. The negatives of this movie? It was a little hokey and it was a little cheesy. And you see it in the trailer when they're jumping over that gorge for the first time. It doesn't look like they're jumping. It looks like they have wires attached to them and they go flying over the thing because they have wires attached to them. But again, did I care? No, I didn't care because I really liked these characters. And it felt like the way they brought 2 of the Rangers in to meet felt a little unnatural. Like the way Jason and Billy and Kimberly all knew each other, it felt kind of natural. And then when you bring Zach and Trini in, it just felt, I don't know, it felt a little like they were just kind of shoving them in there, but it didn't matter because, again, I got really attached to those characters, and I was just happy that they were there, and it was awesome to watch all these characters grow. And another negative, and this is just my message to you, Rita Repulsa.
What does Baron von Ruthless do?
He starts monologuing.
He starts monologuing. He starts like this prepared speech about how feeble I am compared to him, how inevitable my defeat is, how the world will soon be his.
Stop monologuing it. Beyond that, guys, like, I don't know. I just have to be honest with you. Yeah, it has its negatives. Yeah, it's a little cheesy in some places. Who cares? I had so much fun. I was overwhelmed. All the negatives were swallowed up in just the fun I had with this movie. I'd like to get into some more detail about some of the things I thought were negative. I would like to get into some more details about the things I thought were positive, but that's spoiler territory, and we got a spoiler talk coming on Saturday. Matthew V. Haynes, aka the Clockmaster, he's going to be joining me, and we're going to be doing the spoiler talk for Power Rangers. I look forward to diving deeper into this movie and getting more in depth with it, but as it is, I'm giving this movie an A-, and the reason it gets an A- is because I had so much fun with the Power Rangers. I had so much fun with each of these characters. I had so much fun watching them grow and become the Rangers. Do I wish there were more Power Ranger fights? Yes, but I loved the setup of the movie and how they grew them into Power Rangers. So like for every negative, I feel like there was some other fun positive that kind of swallowed it up a little bit. So I don't know, for me, it was just plain fun, and I sat in that theater and I had a great time. So that's why I'm giving this an A-. If you saw Power Rangers, what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments. While you're there, hit the subscribe button and become a Durbanian. Next to that subscribe button is that little bell. Click that bell and you'll get notified the moment I drop a new video. All kinds of great videos here on this channel for you to check out, so please check that out. I'm Durbin. Thank you for checking out Durbania.